boys and girls, I am so excited about another creature that we're going to learn about today. This creature comes in all shapes and sizes, but they all have something alike. They all have something in common. That means they all have this. They all have two eyes, and they all have
one beak.
They do. They all have one beak, and they have something else.
Feathers.
Yes, they all have feathers. And we're going to talk about these birds today. These are birds, and they're so, look how beautiful they are. God didn't make them all just one color. It's like he took the colors of the rainbow and made birds those colors. I see a blue, I see red, I see yellow, and we're going to talk about these birds today. Let's look at this one right here. Do you see this color right here? He's white, but he's got blue on him. He's called a blue jay. Say that with me.
Blue jay.
A blue jay. Oh, and do you see how his feathers on his head? It kind of goes into like a crest. He has a crest on his head. And so he is the blue jay. And you know what's so funny about the blue jay? The blue jay, when he talks and he sings, it sounds like he's saying, thief, thief, thief. He's not going chirp, 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 chirp. It sounds like thief, thief, thief. And it's almost like he's trying to tell the other birds, go away, don't take my seeds. If you ever had like a bird feeder outside your house, oh, Mrs. Sturt has seen them. I don't have one of those at my house, but they look really neat. I've seen them at my grandmother's house. I've seen them when I visited other places, and those birds like to come and eat they like to eat seeds. They like to eat berries. They do. They love that kind of stuff. In the winter time, it is fun to make like beads and put popcorn and put seeds on a string, and you could hang it outside, and it's almost like making a bird feeder. And little birds will come that like the cold, and they will come and they will eat those things. They like that. But if a blue jay is there and a blue jay is standing there, it's almost like he's trying to tell the other birds to go away and not eat his food, because he says, thief, thief. You try it. Thief, thief. And that's like the blue jay. So who says thief, thief?
The blue jay.
The blue jay. That's right, the blue jay. Now there's another animal. Oh, I see a beautiful bird right here. Do you see this one right here? This beautiful red bird. His name is the cardinal. Say that with me. The cardinal. The cardinal, his hair, his feathers on his head, it goes into a crest too. You want to know something neat about the cardinal? The daddy cardinal is bright red. But the mommy cardinal, she's brown. So that's how you know when you see the cardinals, the daddy one is red. What color is the daddy? Red. And what color is the mommy?
The brown.
The brown, that's right. And they are beautiful. And you know what's so fun about the cardinals? You will see them in the wintertime. Some birds like to fly north. They do. They like to go where it's warm. But some of them love where it is nice and cold. And so they like where it's snowing sometimes. So you might see a cardinal right where it's like snowing. Maybe boys and girls where you live, you can see birds right outside your window. Maybe you've seen a cardinal before. Oh, they're so pretty. Well, let me tell you about another animal. Let me tell you about the chickadee. Do you see this little tiny bird right here? The boys and girls watching probably can see that little chickadee right there. Oh, he's so cute. Now, this one is little white with black and gray. The chickadee, oh, he's so cute. Do you know he says his own name when he talks? He says, chickadee, chickadee. You try it. Chickadee, chickadee. He does. He says his own name when he talks. All the birds talk differently, just like we all talk differently. We all have different voices. You know when you're in the store and if you turn around and you hear somebody talking, you can tell if it's your mommy or if it's not your mommy. You know. If there's people at your house and you hear somebody call your name and you're in the other room, you know if it's your mommy's voice or not. Just like when we practice, when you close your eyes, you could tell if it's Mrs. Stewart talking or not. So all the birds have different voices. And so the chickadee is not going to say, thief, thief, like well, who says that one? Yes, the blue jay. So the blue jay is not going to say chickadee, chickadee. The chickadee says chickadee. Oh, it's so fun. But there's more animals. I see one called the red-headed woodpecker. Do you see this animal right here? This bird is called the red-headed woodpecker. You know why they call him the red-headed woodpecker? Because look at his head. It's red. It is. It's red. And you might hear that. Maybe it sounds like, maybe you have one outside your window. Maybe it sounds like somebody, maybe you think Daddy is outside hammering, because that's what it sounds like. One time, I was on the playground in the back, and I heard, and I looked around and I thought, who is hammering? What are they building out here? And I looked around and it wasn't anybody out here with any tools. It was the red-headed woodpecker, and he was using his beak that God gave him. God gave him some very strong beaks, but the woodpecker has a really strong beak, and he just peck, 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 and he makes a hole in the tree so that him and his family can live inside the tree. That's what a woodpecker does. He uses his beak. Now, all the birds have feathers, but can all the birds fly? No, they cannot all fly. There is one big bird that cannot fly. Who's that?
Ostrich.
Yes. Now, God gave the birds feathers. All the birds have feathers. But some birds just can't fly, like the ostrich. And there's another bird that can't fly. And he kind of walks like this.
A penguin.
Yes, he walks just like this. It's so fun. It's the penguin. The penguin doesn't fly either, but the penguin has feathers. He does. Now let's look at some more animals on here. Oh, I see an animal called an owl. And what does an owl say? Hoo, hoo, hoo. That's right. He says hoo. And you know what's neat about the owl? He sleeps during the day, and at night he is awake. And that's when he hunts for his food. And he's almost like the watcher in the forest, because he stays awake at night. And he looks around and he looks for food, and he watches at nighttime. So that owl likes to sleep during the day. And so if he went to school, he would go to school at nighttime and he'd sleep. So right now he's sleeping while you're at school. So that's neat about the owl. And then, oh, I see a bird that sometimes is as tiny as a bumblebee. He's so tiny. Let me show you this bird. It's right here.
A hummingbird.
It is. It's a hummingbird. And you know what? He almost is like an airplane or a helicopter, because it hovers. That's what a helicopter does. It just kind of, it can be right above the ground and it just hovers. And that's what a hummingbird can do. A hummingbird can go right on top of a flower and just stand right there and just hover, not even touching the flower. And sometimes you can just miss it. You don't even see it. It's so little. And this summer, when Mrs. Stewart got to go to Canada, I had never seen a hummingbird in real life. I saw it on TV before. I've seen it in books before. I got to see several hummingbirds all in one place, right where I could touch them, but they're too fast. I couldn't really touch them. But I had never seen one in real life before. So it was a real treat for Mrs. Stewart to see that. Maybe sometimes you've seen that. Maybe boys and girls where you live, you see them all the time. I don't know, but they're so neat. I see this animal right here. I see a bobwhite. I see a robin. Look at this robin. Isn't she beautiful? She's got this reddish orange belly. And you know what's neat about the robin? When she lays her eggs, they're not white.
They're blue.
They are. They're blue. And they're so beautiful. Oh, now, when you see eggs in a nest, should you touch them?
No.
No, we should never touch them, even if the mama bird's not there, because the mama bird's going to come back. She's looking for food. But you cannot touch those eggs. Those are special. You cannot touch those eggs. Oh, it's so pretty. Now, there's all kinds of other birds on here. There's a little goldfinch, because he's yellow. I like that one. And, oh, let me see. Oh, I see some beautiful birds. They're so pretty. There's the ostrich. We talked about the ostrich before. Now, there's other birds, too. We have ducks. We've seen ducks. we've talked about chickens before. Chickens have wings. Have you ever seen a chicken? Sometimes they run around and they don't even fly off the ground. They just go like this. They just run around flapping their wings. But all birds have wings that help them to what? To fly. Isn't it? Oh, but not the ostrich. The ostrich does not fly. And what's the other bird that doesn't fly? No, the one that goes like this. Yes, the penguins. But you know what? We don't fly, do we? No, we don't have feathers and we don't have wings. But God gave us arms and fingers, and they're to obey, aren't they? And they're to work hard. Well, I'm so glad that we get to learn about more creatures. And did you know about all these birds? Have you seen any of these birds? Boys and girls, watch it. Maybe some of these birds are right outside your window. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, now, I don't know. I've seen some of these birds, but I haven't seen all of these birds in real life. But it's fun to learn about the birds